Do you work out to look after your body, or do you work out to look after your business? We've got to remember that we take ourselves wherever we go. And so I think about advisors that look after themselves, that are able to show up for themselves physically, have better businesses. I mean, think about that energy and that impact on that. I mean, think about the cycle of your day, that 24-hour process, right? It's like, well, I'll be better tomorrow. Well, think about tomorrow really is just an extension of today, right? You go to bed and we wake up and we think about that as the distinction. But, what you do in terms of how you go to bed and your evening routine when you get to sleep impacts the quality of the sleep that you have, impacts the time that you wake up, impacts how you feel energetically when you wake up, and energetically in your body impacts energy in your mind, of course, right? And we all take ourselves wherever we go, and all these different areas compound together. So if you're waking up in the morning and you're getting your kids ready for school, or you're making breakfast for your family, and then you're in the gym and you're hitting a workout and you're filling yourself with audio books or podcasts which are relating to business or motivational in some way, or in some subject where you're continuing to learn, you're expanding your mind and your body at the same time. And then you take that into your day, or maybe you take the kids to school and get to the office, or you're working from home, whatever that might be. You're primed yourself. You're primed. You've got your personal pump primed to go and be the best version of yourself in that day. Now, when you're first starting out, like, that might be more acute in terms of how it feels for that energy, because everything's pretty new. And so if you're not in a good mindset, wow, you can really feel that right away. But as you'll get further in your career, 5, 10, 15, 20 years in, you can do it. You can show up and put yourself in front of a client or a prospect. It'll come out of you, right? And you'll start to warm up and you'll get there. But still, even though you know it, you want to be the best possible way that you possibly can be in order to show up. Because think about this. Think about the earth, right, as your entire world, your personal world, right? And right in the middle of the earth is the core. And, that might be your family, most important things to you as well. And most of what's happening inside your earth and your world is already happening. Most of your time and your commitment and your responsibility is taken up. It's only on the right outside edge where the crust of the earth is, right? The crust of the earth is like very, very, very thick, very, very deep. But in context for the entirety of the earth, it's very small. But it might be that 10, 15% of space and time that you have in any given day that we actually want to focus on in order to expand, right? And we can expand our world, we can expand our impacts, we can expand our control by focusing on what's on the outside of it. And so by showing up and doing the thing, yeah, you can do that. But in order to do the stuff that's a little bit more new, that's taking you out of your comfort zone, you got to be in a great place. And so a healthy advisor means a healthy advisor all over your life. And if you think about that, if you show up great for yourself through the day, you add a little bit of sparkle to one of those prospect calls, it feels extra good. Something came out of you, you're like, wow, where did that come from? And because of it, you book the next call and you send that through for your team, and you're even better in front of your team. And all these little percentage points add up. I had this recently in the other direction with a client of mine. We were talking about him getting prepped for a prospect call. Now, his team at that point wasn't working on a Friday, and this prospect call got booked on a Thursday for the following Monday. And the process normally is that the prospect gets feedback and preparation for that call with the lead guy from the team. Now, because of the way that worked out, he was like, I'm not sure whether they actually got this, because I know people weren't working. I didn't get positive affirmation that was happening. Now, this guy has been doing what he's been doing for a very long time. He's very successful. But going into that meeting, even though he knew that, he was like a couple of percentage points down on his conviction. And that doesn't feel good, especially at that high level. Yes, is he still going to perform? Yeah, is the prospect probably even going to notice? No, but you will. And that impacts everything else. We're either spiraling towards the next version of ourselves and continue to grow, or we're getting worse. There's no middle ground. The middle ground where it feels like a plateau, it just means we're just receding slowly, so we can't feel it. So think about your health as something that's really, really important in your business. Working out your body frees your mind, works out your mind, allows you to expand yourself, allows you to show up better for your family, allows you to show up better for your team. And when you show up better for your team and your family, you get that reciprocation. You know what? You want something in your life, show up for it for yourself first, and it will start to expand out of you. The weird thing that there is that we want more, we've got to focus more on ourselves. And with the more that we give to ourselves, the more we can expand and get out there. So that gym, that workout in the morning, that lifting, that running, that martial arts, whatever it is for you, or whatever it might not be, this case may be, start to lean into that even more. Remember, that is what will continue to build your practice. Workouts equal AUM.